your shoulder makes your skin crawl. And we only come alive after nightfall. I've been singing in the shadows, slipping through the streets. Roll up right beside you, I'm right to my feet. Something's right behind you, hope that it's not me. Something's right behind you.
All right. We got our boy in here playing the Spyral Goo. Came in here,
yeah.
got top 32. Got his invite to Nats playing what?
Spyral
Oh my
in 23.
He said, quick fix came off with getting it in.
Oh yeah, Machine Dip is a legal card, believe it or not.
Oh my lord, and it goes crazy.
Yeah.
Resolve. Let's
So,
get into it,
yes,
baby.
first, I got a couple
Yeah, get
shout
shout outs, all that stuff.
Yeti Gaming, St. Louis, Missouri. My boys help me out with cards all the time. My boy Matt Breeze for testing with me a lot. And then a lot of the guys at G&G Games up in Carbondale. My two team members that came with me, Ryan Maines, Tyler Maines. And then so I'll hop right into it.
All right.
So start off with Spyral cards. I don't really. So I got 3 quick fix, 3 drone, 3 agent. So this has always been standard. You always cap out as long as you're able to. This is kind of new because now with this being your normal summon, you kind of need this to be your extender more often. So you're not always able to like do drone into agent because it's not always the best option for playing around hand traps. Then we play the one-ofs. This card's garbage. And then Sleeper Last Resort. This wins games all day, all day. No
Sleeper's
one.
wrong.
It's insane. This
Like,
makes it to where it's so hard to
especially if they
affect
didn't play.
too. So
Yeah, they didn't play in Spyral. They don't know what the other cards do. And you
Yeah.
smack them with that sleeper, you're like, up.
yeah, Sleeper literally like can secure any grind game because your opponent just doesn't have the resources to commit to breaking the one card. Then we play the Souls package still. I know it's not like the best now that Plan isn't like playable. But I still feel like drawing this inherently is still good card in the deck. And then you could put this back during your end phase with Resort, so drawing the second copy is never actually dead.
Just put
So
it
I
back,
chose
keep
to
it going.
main Kurikara.
Sexy.
For 2 reasons. One, I think it's the best board breaker in the game right now. And 2, it's actually a level 1. So going second, you can extend with this card by making like your Lyralist card into Draco Future. Or just by making like Princess Sprite to top deck like a Resort. Because, you know, Spyral people are going to draw Resort.
100%. Resort ain't one.
So I played 2 one-ofs, Regulus and Crow. The reason for Crow is because it's searchable. That doesn't really need explained. But this card just helps secure a lot of the inboards because your inboard is amazing against everything related to monsters, but it doesn't have an Omni Negate to really give it that oomph.
Yeah.
So I use this just to equip quick fix to it. That way you still have it. Yeah, you do have to draw it because I'm not playing the Ancient Fairy Dragon to search the Disc Coliseum, but I still think it's good enough to play 1 or 2 of.
Yeah.
That's it for the monsters. 3 field spell. This card says you can't be targeted and you auto win the game. This is the Premature Burial. It can't be destroyed by battle. And then this card just helps win your grind games because it lets you draw every time a Spyral pops something by either card effect or battle. That matters a lot. And this may be a hard once per turn, but these aren't. So you just like if you draw 2 of this, it's never actually bad.
Keep on going with it.
And then 3 of the God card. The Holy Grail.
This card resolves.
Yeah, and the best part, I'm not on it right now because I was kind of budgeted for this event, but Triple Tactic Thrust can search this. So obviously in the future, people need to be playing Thrust.
100%.
The 1 Tactic, the 1-for-1, Terraforming, Rhoda, Goods, Call By. These are just 6 insanely good cards. I think this doesn't have as much of a place in the deck as I honestly thought it did. Because a lot of the hand traps that I was getting hit with, I was able to play past anyways. And this, I think, should be a thrust. So, but other than that, obviously you have to play these 4 because they're just insane.
Yeah, insane cards that you need. Very strong one-ofs.
Yeah, and then that's it for the spells. For traps, I did 3 rescue because if you draw it, it's still a quick fix pitch and it still gives you bodies. Then 1 utility wire. There are a lot of times in games where I could have made the Appaloosa for 3. For 3 monster negates, but I chose to grab this instead because usually you can end on double helix with this to put a card back or Appaloosa, and this just came in clutch a lot more in the matchups that I saw. So that's it for the main deck. It's 40 even.
So, 40, gotta love to see it.
Yeah. For side or extra, 2 double. This card basically baits out every hand trap in the game, but now the plan is actually not in the game. A lot of people waste their hand traps on it. This isn't the crutch point of the deck anymore. So just, yeah.
Gotcha.
Revo,
You thought.
Anima. This didn't come up at all today, but I'm definitely not cutting it. It's just too good. And then Link Rebo is just amazing. And I played Apollosa and Access Code. I can never get this to huge numbers, but it's still worth playing for like the pop without responses. And then this is kind of how I get rid of cards that are just really hard to spot removal, because you can easily link climb to this in the deck. For XYZs, I played Princess Sprout, the Recital Starling. I played Fuko. So the reason why this is in the deck is because if you get trolled, sometimes your hand is just dead. But if you can make 2 level 1s, you can end on this, pass, and your opponent most of the time can't really out this. So the one Robin, this was kind of just a meta call. I was expecting a lot more matchups that were monster heavy and special heavy, and this just goes really well against those decks. Then the Draco Future package. This is just honestly one of the harder boss monsters to out in the game right now. And a lot of people don't know it. You put it in attack mode and it doesn't matter because you don't have to play around Lightning Storm with this card. So I played a downer to make Zeus better. And then the boy. I didn't get to use this a single time today. I was kind of sad about it. It's one of my favorite cards.
Zeus for 8.
Yeah, and that's it for extra. For side deck, 3 Gamma Seal, 2 Nib, and I chose to only play 1 Droll. The reason why is because I'm on Where Are Thous. So I did not respect back row decks at all this list. Like, I think Lab, Trap Tricks, like, I think those are fake decks.
That's fair. That's fair.
Double Where Are Thou, because it searches this, it searches Souls, searches DD Crow if you need to, searches Quick Fix. It's literally any of your level 1s that's basically good. Triple Dark Ruler, because I needed something to out a Rise Heart. 1 Tactic for whenever I need a second into deck, and then triple Evenly. This is the only card I play to, like, because I like really out Striker was these 2, because I was expecting a lot of Striker, and I think on all the control decks it's the one that has the best matchup against me, unless I get slapped the field spell on the board, which isn't always going to happen. So
yeah, that's fair. Outside of those changes, any changes to the main deck, extra anything that you would do in the future?
I would definitely cut the Foolish Good and Call By for probably 2 Thrust, or at least the Foolish Good for Thrust, because Foolish Good did not perform very well today. Every time I drew it, it was in a situation where it didn't matter anymore. But other than that, just, yeah, Thrust has a place in this deck, but that's honestly about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the deck profile, my guy.
Spider